Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us for the latest episode of the Sandlot Report, presented by the Majors TV. I'm your host, Dorf, joined each and every time by Major Sport Network contributor Sean Bell. Today, the World Series has just been completed. The Boston Red Sox are your World Series champions in 2018, defeating the Los Angeles Dodgers in 5 games. Hot stove season has officially started. There's already been a couple signings throughout Major League Baseball. But none of the big blocks in the puzzle here have fallen just yet. So we'd like to go through our top 10 list of free agents for this offseason. We're going to do a little game of matchmaker here. We're going to pick their destination, and we're going to give a projected contract as well. So let's just get right into it.
Let's do it.
All right. So the number one person on our list, we pulled this list off MLB Trade Rumors, made a couple little tweaks. That being infielder Manny Machado, whether you consider him a shortstop or third baseman. He is only 26 years old. He's our number one free agent here this offseason. Sean, where do you think he ends up and for how much?
I kind of have two teams really for him that is still kind of like up in the air for me. I believe that he can land in Atlanta.
Okay.
And then St. Louis.
Okay.
Two teams right there looking for shortstop.
How much money will that take to him to go to?
Oh my gosh, he's gonna get a ridiculous contract anywhere, pretty much. I'm saying at least 8 years, $300 million. He's gonna get a ton of money. He's gonna get ridiculous.
Gonna get a few money.
Yeah, he's gonna get ridiculous.
Biggest
money.
contract outside of Giancarlo Stanton in baseball history.
Yep.
It would be the highest average annual value. I believe.
I believe he possibly could do that.
So my prediction, I don't think he leaves anywhere. I think he sticks in Los Angeles. I don't think it's going to be quite as much money as you think. I think it'll probably be 6 years in the neighborhood of, probably 28, 29 million average annual value. Probably 30. Let's call it 30 for round mass. So 6 and 30.
So you don't think that
180, maybe a club option that puts it over the 200.
So you don't think Corey Seager's not going to be back and ready, or they're going to get rid of him?
I honestly think they would move Justin Turner.
You think so?
Yes.
And then just put Machado at third?
Correct. Move Justin Turner, or see if you can try and hack it at second base again. Play the second base as a younger man.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd still have the range. That's something up for the Dodgers to figure out, but I don't think he goes anywhere. All right. Next on our list, Bryce Harper. Corner outfielder there. Formerly the Nationals, maybe. Still also 26 years old. Sean, where's he going and for how much?
Everybody's been saying this. He's going to land in New York. He's going to play for the Yankees. That outfield is just going to be ridiculous. Bringing him in there, no doubt about it. I mean, it's a simple thing. It's going to happen. The Yankees are going to pay him ridiculous money to bring him in there. They want him there. You just know it's going to happen. He's getting Stanton contract. That team's going to be ridiculous and just money galore going into that team.
I think you've got this picked wrong. He's going to go to the Windy City, play for the Cubs. Apparently a Cubs fan of the city of Chicago, even though he grew up in Vegas. I think he goes to the Cubs. They will cut Jason Hayward and cut him a check for $100 million
definitely
to go away to make it happen.
Isn't he signed to like 2021 or something like that?
I don't think remember Hayward's the exact terms, but he picked up his player option, which guaranteed the rest of it. So he's going to have lots of money, and then that outfield defense will instantly go down because you're going to have him in right and Kyle Schwarber in left.
But that power in the middle of that lineup is
good Lord.
With Rizzo, Bryant, Harper, and Schwarber.
Yep. The only thing is that I wouldn't be surprised if that scenario plays out that Kyle Schwarber doesn't end up getting dealt.
That's true.
For a younger, more athletic second baseman, which they'll keep Javi by as a shortstop. All right. Next on this list, we got left-handed starting pitcher Patrick Corbin. We never did money for Bryce Harper for me. Probably just much money. Machado, probably 6 or 7 years. Patrick Corbin, left-handed pitcher, 29 years old for the Diamondbacks, coming off one of his best couple years as a pro. Sean, where do you think he ends up?
This kind of leads into our next player too also. But I think Patrick Corbin is going to land in Houston. He's going to replace Dallas Keuchel there.
Okay.
And because Dallas Keuchel, I believe...
Well, remember, Charlie Morton's a free agent, too.
Right, so. But I still believe that Dallas Keuchel is that lefty pitcher that they need, most teams would like to have in their rotation, is, going to take off from Houston. So I think Patrick Corbin is going to come in there. They're going to bring him in. And probably something, with him being 29 years old, he's still, somewhat on the...
Doesn't have a history of arm issues, though.
Right. So I believe it's going to be like 3 years, maybe $10 million per season or something like that for him.
If he's the top starting free agent pitcher available on the market, there's no way he gets less than 20 average annual value. I bet you he ends up going to 5 and 100. And I bet he ends up in a place like the Angels.
You think so?
Yep. The Angels, I bet you, will go very aggressive here, kind of hearing everybody's cries that you're blowing by Trout's prime. Invest uber money in free agent offseason starting pitching. Don't be surprised if they don't land 2 guys out of this rotation list here in this offseason to attempt to kind of bolster that rotation so they can make a run with Mike Trout while they still have him. Yep. Next, Dallas Keuchel, like you were alluding to here, is the next one on our list. He's 31, a lot of miles on the arm. Where do you think he ends up?
You kind of basically explained it to the last person.
Did I steal your thunder?
You kind of did. So pretty much, I think he's going to go to Los Angeles and play for the Angels. I think in my mind, he's the top pitcher in this free agency right now. So he's going to get that.
Doesn't miss enough bats, man.
Yeah. But, he still gets wins. He still, takes you 6-7 innings. And, he gets you.
Not coming off his best year, missed some time with some injuries. I don't know. I think he probably gets some sort of 3 years, $50 to $60 million deal. Likely in the National League is where he'll end up, somewhere in the National League. Look for a team maybe like Philly.
Yeah, possibly. Yep.
Or Atlanta to spend some money on him, especially Atlanta. Get some veteran experience to that rotation, which was damn good, but still so damn young. Next on this list, you've got third baseman Josh Donaldson. Finished the year with the Indians after starting with Toronto. He is 33.
Injury plagued.
Just kind of the last 2 years, he's had issues with his calves, which was probably going to lead to issues with his back.
Yes.
That being a concern at 33 years old, where do you see Josh Donaldson
in? A team that out there that, goes for the older third basemen that, has been kind of...
I have one team in mind that really could use a third baseman of his caliber, and I think it would be a great fit.
What is it?
Atlanta,
yes, they would be. It wouldn't be bad. Yep. See, I'm picking the New York Mets. They got Todd Frazier already there. He's not that good. They have a tendency of getting these older guys just to get the job done.
That would be blocking their top prospect, Peter Alonso.
Yeah, I know, but I can see that happening. It's the Mets. It makes no sense that what they've done in the past.
This is the Mets. Enough said.
Yeah, if you guys pay attention to the Mets over the past 5 seasons, it's just like it blows your mind. With the whole David Wright, can't stay healthy. They just plug in whatever they want and go with it.
Another option I think would be Texas.
Because you don't know what
likely Adrian Beltre being done for a career here. Kind of gets you a stop. I don't know if they've kind of got on the farm there in Texas. Right. It may not be a bad idea to plug in another guy like that can still play at a high level. Probably looking at a 2, maybe a 3-year deal with some sort of option for the third year there. Probably somewhere in the $15 to $20 million annual range is what I'm thinking. Okay. Next on this list, Michael Brantley, Sean's seemingly favorite player.
Yeah, I've been a huge fan of him.
Troy Tulowitzki.
Yeah, Troy Tulowitzki kind of
not anymore.
Away.
But you drank.
I was like the biggest fan.
You slurped the Troy.
I still got my Matt Holliday love going on because he came back and actually did pretty good with the Rockies this past season. So I was pretty stoked about that. But
he played like 4 places in between coming back.
Hey, but he still did good in Colorado. He always does good in Colorado.
So Michael Brantley is limited to the corner outfield. 32 years old. Extensive injury issues with his shoulder. Had a very nice, productive year once he came off the DL in mid-April this year. Kind of not a lot of... He doesn't have extreme power. Still hits you about 15 home runs, playing defense. Still a place in the league for sure, but I just don't think he gets big money here.
No, he won't get anything crazy. I can see him signing a 1 to 2 year contract. I'm like, and the team that I think that he could possibly land is in Atlanta because, they're going to... Nick Markakis is going to be gone. They can replace him and he can platoon over there and, he's at lefty at bat, can play the corner outfields and just get the job done. He's not going to get a crazy contract because of his injury, in
his age.
Yeah, right. So
I think Michael Brantley signs very, very, very late in the process. I'm talking like February, maybe doesn't sign till after spring training opens. he's going to get a $1 million. He's going to be Mike Moustakis, if that makes sense. He'll get a 1-year deal for about $6 million.
He's going to get
for a contender.
Yeah, I don't even think he might not even get on a contender at first. He might get on a team that just assigns him so he can play and then be traded by the trade deadline. There's teams out there.
Trade bait, veteran trade
right,
bait.
There's teams out there that could be like, Kansas City, Detroit, San Diego, there's like some teams that are not going to be good. Then Miami, just to be out there and just get his feet back on there and just hopefully he can stay healthy.
I mean, this is not a guy who stumbled into the finish line either.
Right.
But at the same time, with the injury history and the way teams really want younger, more athletic players, this is a guy that maybe 10 years ago was getting a 3-year deal at this point in his career, but you're just not seeing that anymore in today's day and age.
Right.
All right. Next, speaking of injured outfielders, you've got AJ Pollock of the Diamondbacks. He missed a lot of time over the last couple of years.
He's throughout his entire career.
Yeah. He's uber talented though when he's out in the field. Right. What do you see happening with him?
I don't see him signing a crazy contract, kind of like, we're expecting with Michael Brantley, but a team out there that could use a veteran like him to teach a lot of the young guys is, in my mind, the Chicago White Sox.
It's not a bad fit.
They need a center fielder.
They have a black hole on offense and center field. Have since, oh God, I can't name some.
Right. It's been a while. And that's what I'm saying.
Oh boy.
And
that's been a while.
Yeah. Right. So I think that's a good team. With his experience, he could teach these guys, work with them, and could fill that hole.
Aaron Rowan's maybe the last good center fielder they had?
Might have been. And that was like, 2006, 2007, something like that?
It's been a while.
Yeah. So I think that's a good team that would go after him, get him cheap and just bring him in and be that veteran guy to, get these young guys going. So that's a team that has a lot of talent.
That's not a bad pick either, Sean. Another one that I would kind of think of is maybe a place like Tampa. Tampa, Seattle.
Yep. Well, Seattle's going to be kind of hard because you're going to have to put D. Gordon in center field. You have to, because you have Cano at second base.
I'm not convinced Robinson Cano is not their first baseman next
year. That's a good idea too. It could be,
I'm not, I'm still yet to be convinced. And even if you don't, you can put AJ Pollock in left and D. Gordon in center or vice versa. And you're not hurt. Whatever.
Right, exactly.
Chicago's another nice landing spot, maybe in Detroit as well.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Next on this list, 1-year deal, maybe $10 million. Next on this list, we got Jed Lowry, second, third baseman type. Probably could hide him at first base if you wanted to. Formerly the Athletics.
Could be very good.
He will be 35. Jed Lowry's 35.
Yep, and he's still producing.
He will mash. Whether or not his glove will hold up is another story. Where do you think he ends up? I have one really big. I think you've picked it though. I have one sneaky dark horse here where he might end up.
Tell me your dark horse.
Boston.
That's it. Yeah. So because Pedroia is done, I believe he's going to retire. He's going to be retired because of his injuries, and Lowry would be a perfect fit for them.
And they don't necessarily have an internal fit. It's a good 1-year fit.
Right, exactly. And the thing
buys you another year to find your long-term answer.
Exactly, and you say his glove doesn't turn out good. His hitting's gonna be there. That team just smashes. It just crushes the ball. So, and then you could platoon him with Holt. Brock Holt. So
Brock Holt's a utility. I'm not making plans for Brock Holt. He's a utility
he
guy.
Can platoon with them and stuff. So if they get the job done, Lowry plays 4 or 5 days of the week or whatever, and then Holt gets the other 2.
Okay, fair enough. Another spot he could end up if you have another weird issue is, you could see him somewhere like Minnesota. Minnesota after trading Brian Dozier, not really having a lot of infield talent there. Arizona, another good one. And who knows? He's the kind of guy that whether or not he wants to play for money or play for a ring because he still doesn't have one.
Right.
Could end up in a lot of places.
Yeah, tons of teams out there.
All right, next on this list, starting pitcher Nate Eovaldi. Sean, you have him going to Boston. Staying in Boston.
Yeah, he's just going to be staying there. I believe it because they just won the World Series, traded for him to win the World Series, basically, to help him get him there, and they're going to sign him like they want to keep him. Yeah, they just traded for him.
He does have quite a history of elbow issues. It's a risk in any pitcher, but at the same time, still in the middle ages of his career. What kind of deal do you think he gets?
Oh, he'll get at least 3 to 4 year deal, probably somewhere around 10 to 15 mil.
I think he's getting 2 with an options of some sort for year 3, probably in the neighborhood of 19 to 22 million.
You think he's okay?
Yes, I think he does. He's the modern starting pitcher. Work you 6 innings, strike out 10 batters in the 6.
See, I think the injury is what his elbow problems is going to hold it back a little bit.
He's been healthy for a year and a half. So, post Tommy John, I think that's a place where where he goes. So next on this list, last on our list of this top 10 here is going to be closer Craig Kimbrell, leaving Boston here at the conclusion of his rookie. As our producer Adam here is over here doing the Craig Kimbrell. Free agent here, leaving as a World Series champion from Boston, probably. Where do you think he ends up?
I have 2 that I've already told you that St. Louis could be one of them. They are looking for a closer there. The Chicago Cubs are possibly in another landing spot that, could be.
Yeah, their bullpen plans this year went to shit.
Yeah, and there's really one team that I wouldn't be shocked to go after him if he lands back in Atlanta.
I don't think he would be surprised if he ends up back in Atlanta. However, the reason I don't think the Cubs will go after him is they are now salary, luxury tax fucked. And the last thing they can really do is go spend that much extra money on a closer. Don't be surprised if he doesn't end up. I think the odds on money in his favor is he stays in Boston.
You think so?
But don't be surprised. Washington Nationals.
Yeah, that could be. You got to see what the whole situation with Sean Doolittle over there. Like he was injured most of this past season, but that could be lefty and righty option to go into the closer pool. Situation.
Well, they already kind of did that kind of platoon thing there down with in Washington anyway. The closer role, they're not afraid to do it. So. That being said, I wouldn't be, that's not a big surprise. St. Louis is another good fit. I'm going to throw another guy in here that's not on your list, but I just want to see where you think he ends up. Another on the older side veteran, Daniel Murphy. Where do you think he ends up?
That's,
guy that can't hack it defensively in the middle infield anymore, guys. He's going to be a first baseman DH type.
First baseman DH type, you get Minnesota.
Okay.
Possibly kind of the same situation with we picked Lowry. You could end in Boston. Maybe, I don't know.
To play first base?
No, to still play second base. They're just going to want to try. I know.
Man, the metrics, they were never good, but they're really bad now.
Possibly, maybe New York.
What about, I got another guy here for you. Josh Harrison was non-tendered or did not have his option picked up by the Pirates.
I believe Josh Harrison's not. He's going to get signed by some team that's not going to be really contending. He's want to get on the field so he can prove that he stays healthy, and he's going to be one of those guys that be dealt by the trade deadline. To be honest,
so he's going to sign a 1-year trade me / prove it deal.
A team possibly out there, Detroit could be a possibility. I know they're going to be looking for an infield shortstop, second baseman. We just talked about Minnesota possibly looking for a second baseman. Possibly even Boston. He can play second base still. So
he's one of those scrappy, feisty guys that you'd love to have as a good team.
Right. So he can land anywhere, really, to be honest.
Okay. Anything else you want to say? Anybody else want to bring up here while we're at it?
No, not really.
All right, that's going to wrap up this episode here of the Sandlot Report presented by The Majors TV. Check us out on our archive of our past episodes at youtube.com/TheMajorsTV or at our website at themajors.net. So for Shawn, I am Dorf. We'll see you all next time.